Well, good morning, guys. Welcome back to Poorboys' little homestead / Papaw's place. Guys, today I'm going to be showing y'all how you can change your fuel filter on your Mahindra 1626 tractor. This will also work on some other Mahindra tractors and give you an idea for just about all tractors what to look for. But guys, one thing I'm going to point out, the reason I made this video is because I was changing my fuel filter the other day, and I bought a fuel filter and it didn't come with one of the O-rings. And if you ain't never pulled this fuel filter off and know it has this little O-ring, it's got two O-rings, but one of them I'm going to show you to watch out for. So I'm going to get y'all up close over here and show y'all. But first we're going to pop her hood. The Mahindra 1626 just has a hood latch right here. You just pull, raise the hood up. Got one screw here to remove this side cover. Screws right there. I don't know if y'all can see it. It's just one screw. Side cover just pulls out. This end just got these barbs that stick in the hole. Always stick this screw back in that screw hole so you won't lay it down and lose it, because I've done that before. It took me forever to find it. But now I'm going to get y'all up close over here and show you what to look for. Now guys, you can see your fuel filter sticking out here just right out and wide open. Easy to find. Pretty much easy to find on any tractor. Now they say it has a cutoff valve in the book, but I ain't never found no cutoff valve when I get ready to change this filter. But I'm going to show y'all what happened to me. I ordered a new filter. My filter come in, and that's my new filter on there now, so I'm going to be putting it right back on there because I got another new one here in the box. But when I ordered the filter, one of the things you want to look for, if you go to a place to buy one, you open that filter before you leave. And you see that little O-ring that sticks right there in the top of that hole? That's the little O-ring. You open your box up and you make sure that O-ring's in there. Because I've bought 4 filters, and 2 of them, when they got them, didn't have that O-ring. What it is, that O-ring will fall out in that box, and they'll open them boxes and stuff and look at them and lose the O-ring, or you might open the box yourself and not see the little O-ring and it fall out. Then it got another big O-ring, but I got a pack here's got 2 in it, just to have an extra. But always make sure that O-ring's on there. So when you take it off, and this is what happened to me. I took it off, and of course I'm like, I got a new filter, so I wasn't worth paying no attention, and I dumped my filter out, and there's your first O-ring, your big one around the outside of your filter cover. Let me lay this over to the side. You just pop the filter out, and you can see that O-ring down in there. Well, when I took my filter off, like I said, I wasn't paying no attention, and I said, well, I got a new filter and stuff, so I just tossed this into the side, the one I took off. Well, when I got my new filter out, it just had the one O-ring around the outside, and I put it on there, cranked my tractor, and of course it had a fuel leak. So I took it back off, I'm like, well, I don't know what's wrong. I got that one O-ring and I don't know what the problem is. Well, I picked up my filter on the ground. Well, of course, that little O-ring, when I threw it on the ground, it went flying somewhere. So I'm like, well, this filter looks just like this one, so I put it back on. Still wasn't doing right. So I went and got the book, and sure enough, the book shows a little O-ring now. I'm like, well, I ain't got no O-ring. Well, I looked all around on the ground, and I never could find that little O-ring. So I went to the parts house. And of course, we ain't got no Mahindra dealer right here in my little hometown. It's like 30 miles from here. And we couldn't find a little O-ring that size at the parts houses, so I could just get an O-ring. So I ended up having to order me a new filter. And also, when you order some, and I'll put it in the description below, a link, you can actually get some of these off Amazon that come with the O-ring. That's where I got these last two from, so I'd go on and have them. But anyway, what my point is, make sure when you take it off, save that little O-ring. Even if your new filter has an O-ring, save this one in case you ever lose one, because you can reuse the O-ring. Also, save this big O-ring in case you ever lose it. It goes right around the outside. Now that's the one too. I was just gonna buy an extra O-ring from the parts house, and lo and behold, I guess this is an odd size, because they didn't have one of them neither. So save your old O-rings, watch them when you take it off. You see how easy it is just to pop it out and pop it back in there, and when you screw it on there, just screw it on there hand tight, because that's all plastic. And you see it really didn't need a cutoff valve, because all you're gonna lose is the fuel that's in that cup, because the fuel ain't gonna be running out unless the key's on and got the fuel pump on, or the tractor's running. But guys, I know that was a short little video on how to change your fuel filter and some things to look for. But I just want to reiterate that little O-ring in the middle there. If you ain't got that little O-ring, what'll happen is it don't seal off, and you could be getting some fuel to your tractor that's not forced to go through the filter. The O-ring, the bigger O-ring that goes around outside, that's the one that seals the cup off to keep it from leaking. So therefore, I had two problems when I done it. I'd lost a little O-ring, and my new filter didn't have it in the box, because apparently you see, like I said, it falls out in these little boxes. Where anybody open a box, or these boxes, you can see got cracks and O-rings get lost. So again, unless you ordering one, if you're going to pick one up, make sure that O-ring's in the box before you leave the parts house, and it should come with a big O-ring. Now the big O-ring, the reason mine was leaking, apparently my O-ring had a cut in it or something, and when I put it back on, it wasn't sealing off. And again, when I went to the parts house, I couldn't even find an O-ring this size that would fit this. So I had to order me some new filters and make sure they had the O-rings. And out of 4 filters, 2 of them come with the O-rings and 2 of them didn't. But again, I'm gonna put in the description below a link to the last 2 that I got that actually came with the O-rings with them. Now, I ain't gonna promise you when you get them yours to have them in there, but mine had them in there that time. But I noticed some of the sites sold them didn't even show the O-rings on them. You can see this one come from a Mahindra place. It didn't have the little O-ring, but I'm sure it was an O-ring in this box at one time. It just done fell out in this loose box and got lost. But guys, that's all it is to changing your fuel filter. And like I said, my main point of this video is to make you aware of these little O-rings, because if you put that on there and you ain't got that little O-ring, your fuel can bypass. Some of your fuel will bypass your filter and won't be getting filtered when it go into your truck or tractor engine. But if you like these little videos, how-to videos, if they're any helpful to you, please subscribe, ring that notification bell so you'll get notifications when I put out new videos. Like and share my videos with anyone who you think may be interested in any of my videos. I do all types of videos. If you're new to the site, in the description below will be my website address, poorboyslittlehomestead.com. If you will, go check it out. You can hit the shop button and go check out the merch. Now my merch ain't all just Poor Boy Little Homestead stuff. I got t-shirts and stuff with different sayings. If you would, go check that out. I just got that finished here lately and it's new. And I'm trying to get it out there where everybody will be aware of it and go check out my site. As always, y'all have a great day. God bless. See y'all next time.